I'm Bibo once again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay guys, today I have this good or trending clip of a professor trying to give some encouragement to the youth of Jamaica or to the people who live in Jamaica because of the bad government system or what is going on in the government. Please kindly have a look and then come back for more discussion. And if it's for the first time you're coming across my video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Kindly have a look guys and then come back for more discussion.
I want to interview some people about what do they think of what is going on in Jamaica. Come here a minute for me. You know, your views on the whole protest here this afternoon in front of the American Embassy. You're from the Jamaican Embassy rather. You're from Up Jamaica, a political movement in Jamaica. Why did you come out here?
I come out here because Jamaica has too much corruption. The crime is bad, everything is bad. The healthcare system needs to change, and we need to change it now. Corruption needs to change, and we need to change it now. Crime needs to change, we need to change it now. Running water we need to change that now. The road needs to get fixed, we need to change that now. If the Chinese are getting incentives to come to Jamaica to invest, say it's 5%, Jamaicans should get 10%. I'm not against giving incentives, but we have to give it to Jamaican people too. Jamaican people are suffering under this administration. I don't care which administration. As a matter of fact, they give them over 200% increase, and they give the civil servant 20% increase. Let's flip it. Let's give them 20% and give the civil servant 200%. Let's take care of Jamaica because they're self-serving. They're supposed to serve the people, and they're only serving themselves. And we need to promote Jamaica, and that's why I'm here, to promote Jamaica.
What would you say to the Jamaican people who are watching us now?
Jamaican people need to, first and foremost, have national unity. Study the Constitution. Because if they taught the Constitution in schools, a lot of the students will understand what's going on. Because here's the thing. The Governor General who represents the monarchy is appointing the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition. And even though they said it's the GLP that increased the government pay, the PMP was in league with it because they voted for it and they both benefit from it. They're doing nothing for the people. We need to stand together in national unity. We need to have, we need to control our own destiny. We need to be self-reliant, and we need that. Them bringing in people that we can't compete with. We need a level playing field in Jamaica to benefit Jamaicans.
I want to say thank you very much, but before you go, if the Up Jamaica movement should become government of Jamaica, say you put about 62 persons who are 62 candidates. What would you do to assist the people of Jamaica if you become government?
A lot of things that people don't understand. We have formed an alliance. It's called the Jamaica Unity Alliance. It involves the Jamaica Patriotic Movement, the Marcus Garvey Movement, Up Jamaica, Tancor, and we're pulling our resources together to show at this level. So moving forward, we can get Jamaica on a national level, having unity, to understand what's out there for them, to teach our students, our young people, because it's going to benefit them. The young people who's going to be benefited from this should understand what's going on. And we need to educate them and need to push them forward. The Jamaica Unity Alliance will be having a meeting sometime in August. We're going to bring Jamaicans together, and we're going to educate Jamaicans to come forward to unite and get rid of the colonial parties because they have no good thing for Jamaica. They don't mean well. They're self-serving and they're deep in their own pockets instead of helping Jamaican people to flourish.
You know something? The crowd that is out here right now, have you ever seen the level of crowd apart from New York City and Florida? Right here in Washington, D.C., in front of the Jamaican Embassy. Is it sending a message to the Jamaican government?
Look, understand this. The reason why the Jamaica government pay these people here to demonstrate or to come to demonstrate is because we are making an impact. And they're feeling the pressure and the heat because we're making an impact. You see, the diaspora, if we get an opportunity to vote, even that's what we're calling for, to ask for people to vote. Look, we'll make a change in Jamaica. We'll dent the system, we'll change the system, and we'll enable and uplift Jamaicans who are poor, who are disenfranchised. And that's what we want to do, to empower the Jamaican people.
What would you say to the Prime Minister of Jamaica right now and the Jamaican Embassy to Washington, D.C.?
I'll tell the Jamaican Prime Minister, look, We went to the same school. I was ahead of him in St. Catherine High School. I don't know him personally, but I know we went to the same school. But the Prime Minister needs to understand that the people are tired, and they're tired of being tired. You can't have these scandals with SSL. You take your money out before other investors take their money out. Ask Usain Bolt. Is that brand Jamaica? That's not brand Jamaica. That's ripping off Jamaica. So you need to come and you need to sign that declaration with the IC, right? You need to put it out there. You need to list the illicit six. We want integrity, right? We want accountability, and we want transparency. That's what we need in government in Jamaica to change the whole system. And we need to change our constitution totally. Get rid of the Westminster model. Get rid of it and make the constitution for Jamaicans. That's what we want.
A demonstration in Washington, D.C. That's the diaspora who was demonstrating against corruption and crime in Jamaica. And the diaspora is actually non-partisan. We don't care about PNP or GLP because they have more or less stolen from the Jamaican people over and over again. They have benefited themselves, very self-serving. And as you can see that in the increase that they gave themselves, over 200% to the politicians and probably about 20% to civil servants. Now, the Prime Minister touched on something that's very dear to me as it relates to freedom of expression, freedom of thought, and in general, freedom to move around and to rule myself. If we look at the Jamaican Constitution in Chapter 3, it talks about fundamental rights and freedom, specifically Section 13, Item 3A through 3S. It speaks about your rights as a Jamaican to dictate your destiny. We got to remember that history is the greatest teacher. We have to look at history and see what past administrations have done to Jamaica, right? We are descendants of our ancestors who fought for justice. And we need to honor those ancestors. Because if we don't rule ourselves, I'm guaranteeing you we'll be ruled by others. And here we have the government seeking to violate the Constitution by trying to take away our rights and freedom of speech by Jamaicans in the social media. Well, let me say something. The rights and freedom of Jamaica must, and I say must be protected at all costs. We will never compromise our freedom to the servants of the people. If you're serving the people, you serve the people. You don't take away their freedom. And every time you take a little and a little, and you put fear in people, the minute we take away fear out of this equation, then we'll realize how powerful we are. We will never give up our freedom of speech and expression in Jamaica. Never. There'll be no censorship to free speech. And we will not bow. Yes, you can speak to the Integrity Commission and tell them they can't disclose who the illicit six are. And that's fair enough, because by law, you kind of cap what they can say and what they can't say. But I'm going to tell you this. We, the Jamaican people, will never bow to censorship of free speech. I'm with Up Jamaica, movement of the people. And we have also aligned ourselves with the Jamaica Unity Alliance. And at this level, we're trying to unite the country. But I'm asking students, college students, high school students, please study the Constitution. It's not in a curriculum in the schools because they know if you know the truth, they'll never rule over you. Let's rule for ourselves. Let's be strong. And let's get rid of crime and corruption in Jamaica once and for all. The time is ripe. And you must decide what you want. For yourself, your children and your children's children. And these are primarily for the young people who spend a lot of money going to colleges. And you come out and you can't find a job. But yet, you're stuck with student loans. Debt you can't pay because the jobs that you get after going to colleges and universities cannot pay the bill. We need to change the corruption. We need to flip the script on these politicians, both the GLP and the PNP. Because what they did is they came together and they voted on a bill to give themselves increases. And after the bill was passed, they tried to distance themselves from the bill, saying, oh, I don't want this and I don't need this. But yet, they gave themselves over 200% increase. We're going to flip the script. Yeah, we're going to flip the script. Give the civil servants 200%, and you take 20%. For the folks who are invested in Jamaica, the foreigners, the Chinese, Spain, all these places that's getting incentives to come to Jamaica to provide jobs and not paying your fair share of taxes, you should pay your fair share of taxes. The incentive that you're getting, the Jamaican people and businesses first locally should get double that incentive. If you get 5%, they should get 10%. We need to have a level playing field. The beaches that you're coming and you're taking to provide for tourism, to make money off Jamaican people also need to have access to those beaches. Yep. Each resort need to have a space for local Jamaicans who live in Jamaica, who maintain Jamaica, so that you can come, the tourists can come and enjoy yourself. And you investors who invest in Jamaica and take the profits out of our country. We need to make a change, Jamaicans. We have to make a change. If we keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same results. Make the change. Either join Up Jamaica, the Jamaica Unity Alliance, the Jamaica Patriotic Movement, the Marcus Garvey Movement. We have Tancor. We need to protect so many people in Jamaica, the Maroons, the Tainos. What is being done to protect Jamaican people on a whole? We have to change it. And changes only comes from within, because freedom isn't really free.
Hi guys, welcome back again. I hope you have heard what these gentlemen or these professors have said. Many of them have come out crying really loud for what's going on the government. Some have already come out and started to create some movement to teach youths on how the government should be good, on how the government is bad. They have created some movement to educate some youth, to teach youth some of the Marcus Garvey teachment on how the government should be good. Okay, in Jamaica, I know there is only two famous parties, JLP and PNP, whereby they are competing on the next election who will be elected to be a leader. But at some cases, there is this other party that is called UIC. A lot of people will be surprised when the leader of UIC. A lot of people will be surprised when they will be just joined together and strength to have their own strength when the leader of UIC will be elected. You know, in Jamaica, the government is just controlled by only two parties, the GLP and the PNP. But I'm telling you, it will be a little surprise to many when this other party that is unknown, or it has no many power like GLP and PNP, the UIC can elect a very, very good leader. And it's really high time for the people of Jamaica to become as one, and not just to choose a leader or to elect a leader. They must come as one, have the same strength to elect the leader that will understand their problem, to understand the right and the people of everyone. You see, like the current leader has denied people the freedom of speech, whereby I know in the article on the Constitution of Jamaica, you have to have the freedom of the freedom of speech, whereby the PM of Jamaica has denied people this right. And this is the high time for the youth to go and read the Constitution of Jamaica, to know their right, to know what they should do, or to know what is good or bad on their government. We have seen this government has increased some salary of their members, whereby a lot of people or a lot of poor people in Jamaica are suffering. A lot of youth in Jamaica don't have job opportunities. You have seen what our professor or what these other people are talking about Jamaica. The government of Jamaica should make sure that the infrastructure is good for a lot of people, for a good transportation system, whereby if you want to go somewhere, your time won't be wasted because of maybe poor transportation system or poor road transport. Yeah, this is the thing that the government should do to make a good Jamaica to come out. A lot of people or a lot of youth are complaining there are no job opportunities, and this is the thing whereby a lot of Jamaican people prefer to go to these outside countries. Let me say, a lot of people in Jamaica, they have gone to US. That's what statistics really say, whereby they are going to US to look for a better jobs, whereby they get good wages, they get good money for their employment. And these are the people who go to the US and they come to the country whereby they have a lot of money and they invest without no problem. But those people who stuck or remain Jamaica just to depend on the government or to depend for good things to be better, they will continue suffering. And this is the reason why the government should intervene to create more job opportunities for the youth so that they should not suffer. Look at this scandal of Chinese people investing more in Jamaica. There is a lot of Chinese that have really invested in Jamaica a lot. There is a lot of many Chinese companies in Jamaica, restaurants, hotels, whereby these people are given 5 months, is this 5 months or 5 years of free just to work in Jamaican country without paying any taxes, whereby this thing just come back to the people of Jamaica. They will really struggle paying these taxes, and the tax will really increase, whereby if the government give opportunities to this thing to the people of Jamaica, they won't suffer a lot. And in many countries, people really prefer to be employed by their own people rather than different people. A lot of people in Jamaica are really struggling. The only people who can say are good in Jamaica are maybe the musician, the artists. Look at the people like Taras Rile, Conscience. They live a good life because they go outside gigs, and a lot of people really love them. As Kenyans who really love the Jamaican music, the Jamaican reggae, and many people in our country, Kenya, really love the history of Bob Marley. They really love the history of Jamaica, the teaching of Marcus Garvey. The heroes of Jamaica have so many history, or have so many people who really love their legacy of how they really struggle and fight for the independence of Jamaica. Look at the Nanny of the Maroons. A lot of women or a lot of people really love how he struggled and he fight to gain the freedom of Jamaica, whereby these people of Jamaica are really struggling. They want the freedom to be back. They don't want the government system to go back to colony, whereby they were really struggling to live a better life. Look at the country of Jamaica. A lot of people are really saying that they are tired of the government system, whereby the government is so corrupt. The leaders are just eating for themselves. If you are not in a government, you cannot live a good life in Jamaica. A lot of youth are really complaining. A lot of people are just crying out for help, for a better government. And what I think, it's high time. I know the election is coming soon, so the people of Jamaica just be together, have one strength, love one another, and when the election comes, just choose the right leader, elect a good leader who will understand your problem, who will understand what you're going through. So my brothers and sisters of Jamaica, I hope you have heard what this professor has said. Just have one unity, love one another, and don't have these grudges among the people who support PNP or GLP. Just have one strength, and when the time to elect a new leader, elect a good leader who will know your problem. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching my video. Continue supporting my video, and if you haven't subscribed, just kindly subscribe, like this video for more updates. One love. I really love you people of Jamaica, and continue supporting me. Just kindly like the video and subscribe. May you have a good day.